This is Porsche's Cayman S, and GT variants of the 911 aside, we reckon this is the best handling car Porsche makes at the minute. The engine's in the right place in the middle, and it's just beautifully balanced, lovely and silky, steering's terrific. It's got all of the good ingredients of a great Porsche. However, Porsche thinks it can make it even better still, and has done a few tweaks, taken a bit of weight out, dropped the car to create something it calls the Cayman R. So this is that car. Now, I'll put the window up so you can hear me properly. There is no air conditioning in this car, which is one of the contributing factors to a weight saving of around 50 kilos. There's no radio either, though both are no-cost options to put them back in. Other changes, the power has been turned up only by 10 horsepower or so. Do notice it does feel a little bit more urgent. Partly that's the weight, partly that's the power. The chassis, meanwhile, has been dropped by just over 20 millimeters, rides on passive dampers, and it gets the lightest wheels fitted to a current production Porsche. Just on some decent roads in Northamptonshire now, and it just feels that little bit more alert all the time. And what do you pay for all these changes? Not as much as you might think. A standard Cayman is 46 grand. This is only 51. Now, one of the reasons Porsche has developed this car is so that you can feel the differences on the road, but it's also aimed at the people who like to enjoy their Cayman on the track. And given we're in Northamptonshire, we might be able to find one not too far from here. Okay, so we'll start off on track in the Cayman S. This is at Silverstone's Porsche Driving Experience Centre. Feels really nice around here. The steering's got loads of feel. It's got plenty of power because it's sort of second, third gear circuit. Turns in nicely. Grips very well. And you can just feel the power just starting to edge the tail rearwards out of the tighter corners. It's a tidy little car, this, really. But you can tell, I think, because you're now on here, we're asking a lot more questions of the chassis than you ever would on the road. You can tell that at heart it is a road-focused car. I mean, a GT3 Porsche 911 would be a lot flatter, a lot more controlled, and I wonder how close to that the Cayman R, with its loss of weight and lower suspension, I wonder how close to that sort of GT 911 experience it will get. Okay then, so this is the R. Now immediately you can hear there's a bit more noise from back there, and on the first corner you turn into a tiny bit more understeer on the way in, even though we're not flat out yet, because it's got the lifted slip differential. Oh, it feels quicker as well, actually. Certainly either feel the extra response of the engine, or it's at 50 kilos. Oh man, this is good. Turns in with real enthusiasm, massive enthusiasm. If you get the front end tucked in, which you kind of need to do with this differential, I think, you can then start to drive it on the throttle. Steering possibly feels a bit lighter. I wonder if that's a result of the reduced wheel weight. But it's still got oodles of feel. It's just that bit more adjustable mid-corner, quite aggressively between sort of understeer and neutrality and oversteer. But, oh my God, it's good. And although you can get a lot of the changes on the Cayman S, you can fit a lot of the options that this R has got. I don't know, given the value of the R, I think if you want what the R offers, you might as well have it, you know. This is just superb, really sensational. So although the modifications to create the R haven't turned the Cayman into some kind of Porsche GT3 rival, what they have done is they've taken all the lovely bits of the S and they've turned it up by about 10 to 15%. Now, given the price, I think whether you use it primarily on track, like Silverstone here, or on the road, I think that's 10 to 15% well worth having.